My name is Brent Kenyak with Kingdom Narrative, and I want to welcome you to The Point. Hey, my goal in these next 7 parts to this message entitled Jesus Minas Business. Jesus means business, right? And we're going to go over the parable of Minas, and I'm really excited about this. So I want to talk about this, and I want to encourage you as you go through this to read Luke 19:11 through 27. You might want to stop that, read it first, because I'm going to take 7 videos and just give you a point from each one of these videos. So let me start off by saying that Jesus is giving a parable, okay? And what is a parable? Another name for a parable is a proverb. We understand the book of parables, right? Of Proverbs. And then you even heard of Chinese proverbs and things like that, right? So that's another name for a parable as a proverb, but also a fictitious narrative or a fictitious story. So Jesus is telling a fictitious story, but in it, he's got a truth. And what he's talking about is the kingdom. And before we get into talking about business, because that's what Jesus is going to talk about, I want you to understand it needs to be through the lens of the kingdom. Okay, so let me just say something about a kingdom. In a kingdom, there's a king, and he's got a dominion, and it says rule, reign, power, and authority, right? And there's 2 kingdoms that clash on this earth all the time, the kingdom of God and the kingdom of darkness. So the bottom line is God is looking for people that will represent him and be ambassadors to bring his kingdom. So when you're doing business or you're doing your job, you want to bring the things of God to change the atmosphere and the people around you. Why? To show that you're something different, that you're the salt and the light of the earth. So these people in the scriptures, these Israelites, are like, when is the kingdom coming? Is it coming immediately? And what they're looking for is a natural kingdom, like him to be a king sitting on the throne, and it's a land where he pushes out the Romans and all the bad guys of the day, and the people are safe and protected. But Jesus is saying, not yet. That will be when I return in my second coming. Right now, he wants to establish his kingdom, because he inaugurated when he came here his first time, to be working through his people, okay? And it's the kingdom within, and we're bringing that, and he's teaching us to grow up in him amidst adversity and difficulties. That's what he's looking for. And so that's what he begins to talk to them about in this parable, and there's a lot of things that I'm going to share you're going to learn about business in these next 7 parts to the series. Now I want to say something. I have a question for you, okay? How do you perceive your business and career? Do you see it through the eyes of the kingdom or the world? If you want to know more about how to bring the kingdom and what you're doing, you're in the right place, okay? I want to give you an application on this first video. Pray and invite Jesus into your business and your career and what you're about ready to experience in these 7 parts to the series, because it's going to be powerful. You need to have the lens of the kingdom, because we live in a democratic republic, and that's different from a kingdom. And so God's trying to teach you, in a kingdom, you own nothing. You're a steward of what God's given you. And we'll learn more of that as we go through this. So this is the first part. I want to encourage you to do that, answer that question, and then the application. We'll come back for part 2 in a couple days, and I just want to encourage you in this process. Hey, my name is Brent Kenyak with Kingdom Narrative, and you're watching To The Point. Thanks so much.